In this video, I'm going to be going through GPT 5.6, the latest and greatest frontier intelligence model coming out of OpenAI. I've got the official news release pulled up here on their website. This was announced 2 days ago on July 9th, as I'm recording this now. And we've got 3 different models to choose from. GPT 5.6 Sol, which is depicted by the sun here. We've also got 5.6 Terra, depicted by the Earth, and Luna, depicted by the moon. And if you come over to Codex, you could just do like a / model. You can see over here, we've already got access to 5.6 Sol, 5.6 Terra, and Luna. You can select it from over here, and you can obviously set your reasoning level. I typically just use high or medium mode, but we've also got this new maximum reasoning depth for the hardest problems, as well as extra high. In addition to the new GPT 5.6 models, we've also got a release of ChatGPT Work, which is similar to Claude Cowork. Very, very similar. We can watch some of the video here. Basically, it allows you to connect up your different apps. We've now got this Work tab at the top. You've got a bunch of different plugins to choose from over here, which you can connect up. And you have a whole bunch of different options in terms of plugins. You can also choose your size over here as well. So you've got the option of 5.6 Terra Lite, 5.6 Sol Lite, Sol Medium, Sol High, and then you also got Extra High. And they've also announced GPT Live, which is the new generation of voice models for natural human AI interaction, now powering ChatGPT voice.
Hey there, how's your day going?
Hey, what's up? Feel free to ask me about whatever's on your mind.
It's lovely to meet you. What would you like to chat about?
I would highly recommend upgrading to the Pro plan. It's only $20 per month if you haven't already, because it just gives you a lot more flexibility and it can do a lot of different things. I have been using this to build some new projects, including a Chrome extension for my software as a service. Now, in this case, I really want to keep it very practical. I don't necessarily want to build replicas of Minecraft or anything like that. I want to use this new model to build things that I'm actually going to use and that I can ship to users. So that's why I've built this Chrome extension for my software as a service, which is TubeAnalytics, and this is the next step. So if I open this up, you can see I've got the Chrome extension here, and it's not actually going to show anything yet until I come over here to YouTube, and then I can just go ahead and open this up. And in order to authenticate, you could just connect up your account. It will take them over to my website, where you can then log in, connect the extension. So it's got a 70 out of 100 creator signal, and we can go ahead and open this up. And this is actually now working as well. It wasn't working previously. Got this sidebar, which we can easily use to go through research, keyword analysis, competitor analysis, trends, ideas, optimizations that we may want to make. So if I go ahead and copy in this title, we can analyze the title, just enter in something here, and it's going to review that title with all of the information over here in the sidebar. So this is looking really, really good. And I used GPT 5.6 to build this Chrome extension in about an hour and a half. I just let it run throughout the day. We've been building a lot of things with this. That's why I'm currently out of credits. And if I just go ahead and open this up, we can take a look at the usage credits, which have been very generous. I've noticed that I've been able to get a lot of coding work done in GPT 5.6, whereas Fable 5 would just blow through really, really quickly. It usually goes in about 5 minutes, and then I blow through all my credits. Whereas GPT 5.6, even on the Sol model, is very, very generous in terms of the credits they provide. And one of the main reasons for that is because it is a lot cheaper than Fable 5 and just as capable. So over here you can see on Terminal Bench 2.1, GPT 5.6 Sol is actually beating Claude Fable 5 with an 88.8% versus 84% for Claude Fable 5. And then obviously Sol Ultra, maximum reasoning with automatic task delegation. That one is absolutely blowing every other model out of the water, and it's leading the pack by a fair margin. Fable 5 is currently falling behind, and then we've also got Opus 4.8 here as well, which is also a very, very capable model. I've used it to do many, many things. And then we've also got the pricing and cost per task. GPT 5.6 Sol is $5 per million input tokens and $30 per million output tokens, whereas Fable 5 is $10 per million input tokens and $50 per million output tokens. I'll only use Fable 5 for planning typically, and then I'll switch over to Opus 4.8 for the actual coding, or I'll even fall down to Sonnet 5, which is very efficient for routine tasks. I'll typically use either Luna or Terra models, which are even cheaper than Sol. They're about half the cost. For Terra, which is kind of the mid-tier one, is matching Fable 5 in terms of its capabilities, which is pretty impressive, and it's more than 4 times lesser the cost of Claude Fable 5. GPT 5.6 Sol versus Fable 5, you can see kind of what its key strengths are, as well as the coding performance. So pretty much GPT 5.6 Sol is blowing Fable 5 out of the water on most of these tasks across all benchmarks. And for the context window, it's about half the size in terms of the number of tokens. Generally speaking, GPT 5.6 is really good for rapid development and prototyping, complex algorithms and problem solving, and tool-heavy workflows and automation. Want speed and efficiency, and I've noticed this to be the case throughout my testing. You can see I've been doing a lot of coding over here inside 5.6 Sol, and it's just going through and fixing up things really quickly. And then whenever I run out of credits in this one, I'll typically just switch over to Claude. Choose GPT 5.6 Sol if you want better coding performance across all benchmarks, lower cost and higher efficiency, and also a versatile model for a wide range of development tasks. And you would choose Fable 5 or Opus 4.8 if you want the largest context window for massive projects, stronger reliability and instruction following, and then also built-in safety for mission-critical work. Both models are very powerful, and your choice is entirely going to depend on your use case and priorities. But generally speaking, performance and cost, just use GPT 5.6. And if you want context and reliability, switch to Fable 5 or Opus 4.8. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and also check out my school community. We've currently got almost 3,000 members over here. I provide a lot of value inside the school community. Would love to see you inside here. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Take care, stay safe. Peace from Thailand. We'll see you in the next one. Signing off.